from Clayburgh. And shotgun on the field, Plattsburgh's Dan Dubuque in car 61. 10 cars, green flag. 8 laps the distance, this first qualifier for the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegade Division. As out front, it's going to be Don Franklin from the top of the track. The 69 takes the lead away from Bill Joyle. Joe Daniels going with him on the outside. The 57 of Joyle down on the inside. Jason McClatchy had to get on the binders with car 70. But he's able to get his boat going in the right direction, and he'll take it right off near the top of the wall down the front stretch. Don Franklin shows the way. Joe Daniels running in the second spot. Running in third is car number 3 for Dave Drake, and then it's the 13 for Warren, who's going to go to the inside of Drake's 3 into the third turn. Drake washes up the track. The 13 moves through on the inside. Joe Warren goes to the third spot. Jason McClatchy from the outside now down to the inside of Drake along the front stretch. They touch right near the start-finish line. McClatchy in car number 7 is going to move to fourth on the inside of car number 3, then drifts up in front of the 3 off of turn number 2. Drake had to get on the binders a little bit, and that allowed McClatchy to clear him and race into that 4th spot. Here comes the 7 of Joe Daniels, racing to the inside of the 69 of Don Franklin for the lead. Franklin still has the lead of the stripe by a half car length. Daniels works the inside of the track. On the outside, it's the Big Daddy, Don Franklin, the 69, gets a real good run off the top of turn number 2. Daniels had to go up a little bit on the inside of that second turn with Joe Warren running right at his door. But here's where Joe's car seems to take off. Got a little squirrely coming off of turn number 4. Still squirrely along the front stretch as we're halfway in the qualifier. Good save there by the 7 of Joe Daniels. Joe Warren continues to run on the outside. Daniels again has to tiptoe through that second turn. Now back after him on the middle of the backstretch. Out front, it's Don Franklin in car 69. His lead is now 4 car lengths as they continue to battle for second. Daniels fighting the handle of that car number 7, fighting the loose condition. Combined with the track conditions is going to bring out a yellow flag. Back to the garage area. All right, ready to try it again. Here they come off turn number 4, green flag. Franklin works down to the inside. Joe Daniels wants to go to the top of the racetrack. Franklin drifts up the track over at turn number 2. Look at Joe Warren going on the inside. Joe Warren takes the Freihoffer 13 to the inside of Daniels in the 7 to go for second. He's got the second spot. Now he's got his eyes set on first. Down on the inside, here comes Joe Warren. Franklin will hold him off at the stripe for now, but Warren's got that inside line. Franklin will go to the top of the racetrack again off of turn number 2. Warren drifts up right with him. They're even off of turn number 2 in the middle of the backstretch, still even as they go into turn 3. Joe Warren on the inside. Joe Daniels looking to follow him now on the inside. Here they come off of turn number 4. The lead is Joe Warren's in the 13. 2 laps to go for car number 13. The 69 of Don Franklin in that second spot. Joe Daniels works right off of his back bumper with car number 7. Meanwhile, they run side by side for the 4th spot. Robert Gordon of the H2O, Jason McClatchy in car number 70. White flag about to be unfurled. There it is for Joe Warren in the 13. Don Franklin in the 69 is some 3 car lengths behind the 13 car. Then it's the 7 of Daniels, a car length off the back bumper of Franklin 69. Still side by side for 4th. Good battle going on between Gordon and McClatchy. Checkered flag about to fly. First win of the night goes to car 13 and Joe Warren. Second, Don Franklin. Third, Joe Daniels. 4th, it looked like the H2O on the inside. And then Jason McClatchy finishing in the 5th spot with qualifier number 2. Here they come off of turn number 4, down to the stripe. It's the green flag. The 357 pushes up the track. That opens up a line on the inside for Rob Favreau if he can make it stick. How about a 3-car battle for the lead? And the 25 wants to get right in the mix as well. Here comes the 22 on the inside, trying to charge to the front. He's going to go from 3rd to 1st. Rob Favreau to lead lap 1. At the drop of the green flag down into turn number 1, the 357 pushed up into that second groove. The 86 worked the 3rd groove, and that allowed the 22 to move underneath. Problems for one of the top runners in this division. Lance Rabtoy with car number 11 is off the pace. He has slowed, and he is falling to the back of the pack. He's the 3rd place point man, tied with Joe Daniels for 3rd in the points. Out front, the 22 shows the way, but defending track champion Kevin Boutin in car number 25 is lurking on the inside. Boutin peeks to the inside into 3 and 4. The 22 of Favreau hanging on to the lead from the top of the track off the 4th turn, leading it by about a half car length at the stripe. Running 3 car lengths behind the 25 is Rick Doner's number 86. Then it's 3 back to the 43 of Josh Terry. And a big gap back to Curtis Seymour in the 357. Car 22, Rob Favreau, the O'Neill's Laundry Leon Blair Contracting car, halfway leading by half a car length. Kevin Boutin in the 25 gets a good run in 2, peaks to the inside. Favreau works on the outside as they run into the third turn. Favreau stays on the gas and it turns 3 and 4, and now off the top of turn number 4. That's where he's getting a real good run. Kevin Boutin was able to take a peek that last lap off the second turn, and he's there again. Boutin on the inside, Favreau on the outside. Again, vaults off the top of turn number 2 to hang on to the lead. Boutin is still right with him on the inside. Let's see if Kevin can get a good run off the fourth turn and challenge at the stripe. Nope, got a little wiggle out of the rear end of that 25 and then allowed the 22 to hang on to the lead. It's been about a half car length to a car length at the stripe virtually every lap for car 22 in Rob Favreau. Less than 2 laps remaining now. The white flag about to fly as Boutin runs a high line and now looks to peek down to the inside off the fourth turn. That worked for him. He's right there with the white flag out. 5-foot advantage at the stripe for car number 22 and Rob Favreau. Favreau off the top of the second turn. Boutin gets a good run off of 2. He's still with him. This could be a photo finish for the win in qualifier number 2 for the Renegades. Here they come into turn number 4. Boutin with a good run on the inside. Favreau with a better run on the outside, and he's going to hang on for the win. Rob Favreau gets the win. Kevin Boutin is second. Rick Donor is third. Fourth to Josh Terry. Fifth, it's going to be Josh Allen. Sixth, it's the 357. Seventh goes to Andrew Bordeaux. And
modifieds lined up, ready to go. Qualifier number 1, 6 laps the distance. Top 6 will qualify for handicap. Field picks it up off 4. We are underway. Look out. The 43 of Woodward did not want to fire on the start. That forced some scrambling amongst the 47 of Sales, the 77 of Clark, and Richner's 21. Nice job by those 3 drivers avoiding the 43, which did not fire. Fall into the back of the pack. Sales is going to lead lap number 1 in the 47. Bradley trying to stick right with him on the outside in the 69. And Clark is on the move in the 77. He moves to the inside of Bradley, who battles right back on the outside. A car that has really gained ground is that 4 of LeVere. He's moved up into the number 4 spot as he'll continue to look inside on Bradley as they come off turn 4. Sales your leader, but it's a 3-car battle for the number 2 spot, just a couple of car lengths behind. Clark in the 77. LeVere in the 4 now looks to the inside of the racetrack, but Clark says no, shuts the door on the bottom, and Rob Clark will maintain that number 2 spot at the halfway point. 3 down, 3 remain for the mini modifieds, and Chris LeVere trying to find a way by that 77 of Chris Clark. But John Bradley having a great view of that battle in front of him. Richner runs in the 5th spot in the 21. Then it's a battle between the 0-2 of Eric Riel and the 11 of Mike Whalen. 2 to go this time by for Sales. LeVere sticks a nose in front in the battle for that 2nd spot. Can Clark come back on the outside? Not this time. LeVere will solidly take over that 2nd spot. Clark tries to get it done in the corner, but LeVere pulls away once again as they come off 4. White flag is out. Does LeVere have anything for Eric Sales? Doesn't look like it right now. They race it up the backstretch the final time in this first qualifier. And Eric Sales is going to pick up back-to-back checkered flags. The main event last night, heat number 1 tonight. Off turn 4, Sales wins it. LeVere is 2nd. Clark 3rd. Bradley 4th. And Scott Richner rounds out the top 5 in the mini modified. Qualifier 2, picking it up as they come off turn 4. Chief starter Butch Hendry looks the field over and drops the green. We're underway. Quickly, Speedy's on the move on the outside of the 0-3, looking at a 3-wide shot coming off turn 2 and up the backstretch. 4 wide, look at Brissett on the move on the outside. Trying to stick his nose in front for the lead. He's going to be 3 wide coming off turn 4. Archer in the middle, the Fountain on the inside. Speedy had to back off. Wise move there. He does not want a piece of that front stretch retaining wall. Plenty of time to get the moves going in this first qualifier. 4 wide again up the backstretch. Well, the Fountain looking in the mirror and saying, go at it, boys. I'm going to try and drive away. I guess he's not going to drive away because here comes Lavarnway on the outside. Brissett's following him. Josh Laporte in the 45 He'll follow the 41 car. They're 3 wide up the backstretch once again. Will they go 4? Laporte backs off just in time. They race in groups of 2, coming off the 4th turn to the halfway point. Laporte looks to the inside as Lavarnway and Brissett go by on the outside. Josh Lavarnway is your new leader. Speedy Brissett up to second. 3 wide again on the far outside. That's the 20 of Jamie LaFountain to take the 3rd spot. Laporte back to 4th. Tim LaFountain is 5th. 2 to go. Speedy now looks to the inside of the 13 car as they head up the backstretch. The door is open if Speedy can make the move right here. Lavarnway tries to shut it, but the 03 is there. They come off turn 4. They'll see the white flag, and they're side by side for the lead. Brissett inside, Lavarnway outside. Jamie LaFountain has moved into 3rd, although Laporte's going to try and stick with him on the outside. Side by side into 3. Now Brissett sticks a nose in front. They come off turn 4. Checkered flag on the screen. It's Speedy Brissett to win it in the 0-3 and the 13.
Shagnon will set the pace. Row number 1, qualifier 1 for the Sportsman cars. Off turn 4. Green flag is out. Mike Shagnon from the outside of row number 1. Brandon Atkins on the inside. Racing veteran Bucko Branham running right behind them in car number 20, running in that 3rd spot. He works on the top of the racetrack for now as Atkins in car number 4 and Shagnon in car number 86 are almost dead even coming off of turn number 4. They'll run down to the stripe, and it's Shagnon with the lead by 2 feet on the outside. Billy Thwaites in car number 69 trying to charge from the back of the pack, almost 3 wide in the middle of it. The 24 of Keith Pelkey moves up to the inside of Bucko Branham's car number 20. Meanwhile, out front, Mike Shagnon hot in the 86. He drives it to the outside, top of the track off of turn number 4. And he's got the lead with that 86 car. The 4 of Brandon Atkins works on the inside. Bucko Branham chooses the outside line. He'll follow the 86 off the top of turn number 2. They're running 3 wide behind Branham for 4th. Backing out of it wisely, Tyler Terry in the 44. Keith Pelkey bobbles, gets the left rear of the 11 of Jimmy Bushy, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Feature events that have been run to this point by the Sportsman class. So Shagnon and Atkins, they flip-flopped from the last restart. Shagnon now on the inside, Atkins on the outside, and there's the green flag. Brandon Atkins takes the Northline Utilities number 4 to the point from the outside of row number 1, and Bucko Branham goes to the outside, 3 wide as they come off of turn number 2. Keith Pelkey was on the top of the track. He got on the binders, lost several spots as he's sliding back through the field. Out front, it's Atkins in car number 4. Bucko Branham in the 20 runs in that 2nd spot. Also on the move is Billy Thwaites with car number 69. He's up to 3rd. Now Branham looking inside car number 4. We got a youngster in the 4 and a wily old veteran in car number 20, and here comes the wily old veteran. He'll take the lead in turn number 4 and show the way along the front stretch. Atkins running in the 2nd spot, but he's loose on the top of the track. Billy Thwaites at the 69, the 44 of Tyler Terry. Terry saw a hole and was able to dive for it. But just as he was diving for that hole, trying to split the middle, the 69 of Billy Thwaites drifted up the track. And again, Tyler Terry with a good move as he got on the binders. That would have been a disaster if the 69 had pushed up the track and the 44 was right there. Although there goes Tyler Terry around as he headed towards turn number 2, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Again, it looked like the 69 was pushing up the track a little bit. I think Tyler was thinking of the 11 and the 44 for Tyler Terry. All right, ready to run again. Here they come. Green flag back out. Branham in car number 20. Thwaites with the 69, trying to hang with him on the outside. Thwaites gets a good run on the top of the 2nd turn, tries to pull even in the middle of the backstretch. Bucko, though, is able to pull away going into turn number 3. An inside line working well for Bucko Branham in car 20. Drifts up it right in front of the 69 car, goes to the top of the racetrack. The Diamonds a turn with a 20 with good momentum off the 4th turn. He builds up a lead of about 2 or 3 feet over the 69. A good run off the 2nd turn. Keith Pelkey gets into the bunker in the middle of the backstretch. He is going to fall towards the back of the pack. So it's Bucko Branham and Billy Thwaites now distancing themselves from car number 4, Brandon Atkins. Atkins hanging on to that 3rd spot. The 29 of Nick Haywood and the 44 of Tyler Terry, they run door-to-door for the 4th position. Atkins continues to be more comfortable, it seems, with that number 4 in the middle to top of the track. And that might allow the 44 to make a bid for that third spot. You can see some of the damage on the right front of Tyler Terry's car after he got a piece of one of those big white tires on the inside of the track. Terry will go to third. Nick Haywood trying to grab fourth on the inside as they're 3 wide, racing for the third position. Terry has third. Haywood goes to fourth. Brandon Atkins running in the 5th spot. White flag is out for Bucko Branham. The lead at the stripe was about 2.5 car lengths over car number 69 and Billy Thwaites. Jimmy Bushy with car number 11 grabs a chunk of the wall coming off of the 4th turn, and that's going to bring out another yellow flag. Branham had built up a 2.5 car length advantage over Billy Thwaites. As they're ready to go again off the 4th turn, green flags back out. Good restart for Bucko in car number 20 on the inside. Thwaites with car number 69 is going to have his hands full perhaps with Tyler Terry in the 44. That's a real good run for Tyler Terry, doing a good job on the inside off of turn number 2. Tyler Terry's there on the inside, trying to take that second spot away. Checkered flag is out, down to the stripe. It's Bucko Branham winning second to Billy Thwaites. Of Dave Rabtoy starts on the point in this one, and it's the 59 for Stephen Brissett. Those 2 cars will set the pace. The 68 is Jamie Atkins, 3 for Dan Sullivan, 33 for Travis Bruno, 57 is Howard Stoner. In the final row, it's the 19 for Jamie Begor and car number 61 for Robin Wood. So 8 cars running in this second qualifier for the JNS Steel Sportsman Division. Out front, it's Dave Raptoy, who moved up to the Sportsman class from the Renegade Division. Dave's out front. Dan Sullivan, though, looking to the inside as they race off of turn number 4. Down to the stripe for the lead. It's Raptoy on the outside. Sullivan continues to work on the inside of the racetrack. Sullivan in car number 3, Raptoy in car number 21. Then it's the 59 for Stephen Brissett running in the 3rd spot. Jamie Atkins in car number 68, Howard Stoner in car number 57. At the stripe this time, it's going to be car number 3 for Dan Sullivan showing the way. So Sullivan takes the lead away from car number 21 of Dave Raptoy, then the 59 of Brissett, the 57 of Stoner, the 68 of Jamie Atkins, and it was his birthday yesterday too. So Jamie Atkins celebrated a birthday yesterday. Everybody seemed to have a birthday yesterday. Was it your birthday yesterday? Good.
Jamie, the youngest of the 3.
Off of turn number 2, Dan Sullivan's lead is 3 car lengths over Dave Raptoy, then 3 back to Howard Stoner in the 57, and here comes the 61. He's up to the 4th position. Robin Wood in car number 61. The bounty is out tonight in this Sportsman Division. You can beat Robin Wood, pick up 250 bonus bucks as long as Robin's still running at the end of the night. He's to 4th, closing quickly on the 57's back bumper, and sizing him up now, perhaps for a challenge for that 3rd spot. Out front, Danny Sullivan showing the way with the Josh LeWare blacktopping Key RD Trailer Sales McSweeney's number 3. In the 2nd spot, it's Dave Raptoy with car number 21, the ED Engineering 57 for Howard Stoner running in that 3rd position. And here comes the Leland's Barbershop number 61 for Robin Wood to the outside of Stoner's number 57 car. It's a 3-car battle now for the 2nd spot. Raptoy in the middle of the track, Stoner's down on the inside, the 61 of Wood on the outside. He just flies right on past. It made that look too easy. Robin Wood just flying around the outside of the racetrack, sails around the 57 and the 21. He goes from 4th to 2nd. He made it look easy. Out front, Dan Sullivan in car number 3. You better not check that rearview mirror too quickly because he'll find that 61 charging from the 2nd spot. So Sullivan's lead is 6 car lengths. Robin Wood in car number 61 has closed from 6 car lengths to about 4 now off of turn number 4. 2 laps to go for Dan Sullivan. Is it enough time for Robin Wood? Howard Stoner running in the 3rd spot with car number 57. 4th is Dave Raptoy. Jamie Begor's moved from the back of the pack. He is now in the 5th position with the number 19. Travis Bruno, who had a fine run last week, finishing in the 2nd spot. He is also closing in to the top 5. White flag is out for Dan Sullivan, and the 61 of Robin Wood is right off the back bumper. He's got about a half lap to make something happen for the win. Sullivan in turn number 3 gets it down to the inside. Robin goes to the outside. Here they come into turn number 4. Down along the front stretch. Checkered flag is out, and at the stripe, it's Sullivan by a couple of feet. Robin Wood finishes 2nd. Howard Stoner 3rd. 10 laps to distance for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds. Green flag is out. Rough start for the 28 of Bryant Trim. That really backed him up right behind Trim on the start. Not a rough start for Pierre Bertillon, who started on the outside of the front row, and he's off like a rocket. got a big lead coming off of turn number 4. He'll lead lap number 1. Mike Wells on the 76 runs in that second spot. Third is Pat McGrail in car number 10. Then it's Jason Bruno in the 66. Running in the 5th spot is Matt Woodruff with the number 55. Look at Foley running to the top of the track. The 34 trying to size up the 55 machine. Woodruff works down the inside. Foley goes to the top of the racing surface. He's going to take away the 5th position from Woodruff. And now he'll go after the 66. George Foley, car number 34 to 5th. Now looking outside, Bruno dives down to the inside, middle of the backstretch, makes the pass going into turn number 3, drifts up the track a little bit, but he's got 4th. Out front, it's Pierre Berthiaume in a 1. Berthiaume's lead is about half the backstretch already over Pat McGrail. He's gone to 2nd. 2 Quebec drivers out front. Here comes George Foley for 3rd. Foley takes the 34 to the inside of Mike Wells in car number 76, and Foley's going to grab that 3rd spot by the time they roll off 4. There he is to 3rd. Mike Wells running in 4th. In the 5th position right now, it's Jason Bruno with car number 66. Then it's the 55 for Matt Woodruff. Wheel to wheel running towards the back of the pack as well. Trim in the 28, the 78 of Vince Quinneville. Then Martinois, Martinois, car number 90, no place to go. He's boxed back there. It's not very often that we see car number 90 at the back of the pack.
Waugh was the big winner last night up at the Granby Motor Speedway in Granby, Quebec, but he is certainly struggling tonight with the setup here at Airborne.
Well, one guy not struggling is Pierre Berthiaume in car number 1. He continues to build the lead, and another guy who's not struggling is George Foley. Foley's right on the back bumper of car number 10 of Pat McGrail, racing for that 2nd spot. McGrail in the 10 from Candiac, Quebec's got the Budweiser 10 in the 2nd spot. The Shamrock Bar and Grill Pulsivers logging 34 of George Foley, running just off of his back bumper. And it's a good gap back to Mike Wells in the 76. Running wheel to wheel for 5th still, it is the 55 and the 66. Now Martinois has picked off a couple of cars, charging from the back. 2 laps to go for Pierre Berthiaume. McGrail still running in the 2nd spot. It looks like Foley thinking about maybe making a move for that 2nd position. Now complacent, at least at this point, to continue to run in that 3rd position. Still good racing towards the back of the pack. White flag out for Pierre Berthiaume. McGrail running in that 2nd spot. I don't think George Foley wants to press his luck. He's just going to settle for 3rd. And Mike Wells running comfortably in 4th. Here comes your winner off of turn number 4. Pierre Berthiaume gets the W. 2nd spot, it's Pat McGrail. 3rd to George Foley. 4th to Mike Wells. 5th, it will be Matt Woodruff. 6th to Bryant Trim. 7th for Martinois. 10 machines ready to run. Qualifier number 2 as they are on the hammer off the 4th turn. Green flag is out. Max Vian, who had trouble in his qualifier last week, shows the way off of turn number 2. Jason Durgan with a 17. They've had motor issues for that team, and he is back at speed, running in the 2nd spot. Here comes Leon Gagne to the outside of Chris Vernold's number 97. Vernold had a top 10 run last week. A few weeks back, did not even qualify for the 30-lap feature event. Leon Gagne works to the outside in car number 4. He'll shoot to the 3rd spot on the top, and he's going after 2nd. Durgan works down on the inside. Gagne on the outside, takes it right up near the wall. So look out, Gagne still fighting it all along the front stretch. Wrestling that machine, trying to get it back underneath him. As he tried to make a move around Durgan off the 4th turn, Durgan slipped up the track a little bit, and Leon tried to wrestle that car and get it back underneath him, and was finally able to do it by the time he got to turn number 1. But it cost him a spot. It broke all of his momentum as he was in a position, it seemed, to go after Durgan on the outside, try to take that 2nd spot away. Well, Max Vian leading in the 25. Jason Durgan running 2nd in the 17. Chris Vernold to the inside of Leon Gagne, back to 3rd. Gagne slides back to the 4th spot. Gayosa Wine and Spirits number 80 for Andy Haywood running in the 5th position. He lifts that left front tire right off the racing surface on the inside of turn number 2 as he tries to get bite and take a spot away from Leon Gagne. Halfway this time by for Max Vian. Jason Durgan continues to run 2nd. 3rd is Vernold. 4th is Gagne. 5th is Haywood. 6th is Mike Riel. 7th is Mike Finney with a 38. Finney goes after Riel looking into turn number 3. Andy Lindemann with a good view of that battle right in front of him. The 38 of Finney had to get on the binders, and that cost him several car lengths to the 0-2. Matter of fact, it brought Lindemann into the mix for that position and as he looks to the inside of the 2nd turn. The 3 of Lindemann and the 38 of Finney. Max Vian in car number 25 has a lead of half the front stretch. Jason Durgan in the 17 continues to hold on to the 2nd spot. Chris Vernold running in the 3rd position. about half car length off the back bumper of Durgan. Then it is the 4 of Gagnon in fourth. 2 laps to go for Max Vienne, who's got the Tremblay Water Systems, Meloa Insurance, number 25, flying out front. White flag out now for Max Vienne. Jason Durgan running in that second spot. Chris Vernal comfortably in third. Leon Gagno's closing back in on that third position, but I don't think he's going to be able to make a bid for it, as there's less than half a lap remaining, and your winner is coming off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Max Vienne gets the victory. Second will go to car number 17, Jason Durgan. And it's Chris Vernal third, fourth Leon Gagno, fifth to Andy Haywood. So it's Todd Ormsby in the 0 and Dan Brown, the 327. Here they come off the fourth turn. Green flag. Brown had a real solid run last week, probably the best that we've seen him have here at the Airborne Speedway, as he finished in the 5th spot, ran much of the race in the top 3. Patrick Dupree moving to the inside of Jim Ryan's number 60. Todd Ormsby in the 0 runs in the 2nd spot. Chris K.A. in the number 18 machine running in 3rd. He works to the outside of the 0. K.A. charging to the top of the track, had to get on the binders as the 0 pushed up, and that allowed the 24 of Patrick Dupree. Oh, look out, the 46 of Martin Hebert just smacks one of those white tires going into turn number 3. As he was down on the inside of the race, an eye on the defending track champion. Here they come off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Green flag is back out. Dupree thinking 3 wide. Is he going to go 3 wide? Why not? There goes the Saranac Country Store 24 around the top of the racetrack. Going to the 3rd spot. Now looking outside Chris K.A. for that 2nd position. He'll settle back into the 3rd spot for now. Mix it up a little bit coming off of turn number 4 that last lap. Todd Ormsby in the 0 is running in the 4th spot. Then it's Jim Ryan in the 60. Brandon Bandit, Don Scarborough in the 11. He'll go to the outside of Ryan's number 60 machine as they run wheel to wheel for position number 5. Out front it is Dan Brown. Chris K.A. running 2nd. Patrick Dupree trying to find a way through on the inside. He's got position into turn 3. Backs out of it a little bit. Now looks to the inside, but it's been closed off by the 18 of K.A. Dupree takes a peek back to the top of the track. Now looks down low. K.A. protecting that inside line. Dan Brown checking out a little bit. His lead is 4 car lengths over Chris K.A. Dupree goes to the top, working the middle groove, now towards the wall off of turn number 4. And that's where he's going to try to get the job done. Chris K.A. hugging the bottom of the racetrack, running a smooth line with the 18 car. The 24 continues to work on the top. The 327 of Dan Brown wants to see that action continue right behind him, because it's slowing and impeding the progress of the 24, who was losing it a little bit off the 4th turn that time as the rear end kicked out. The 18 of Chris K.A. holding the 2nd spot. The 24 of Dupree running in 3rd. 4th is Todd Ormsby, holding off for now at least the challenge of the 11 of Don Scarborough. And it's Jim Ryan in car 60, Greg Atkins, who is the 2nd place point man, running in car number 1, and right now he is running in the 7th spot. Not a lot of progress for our 2nd place point man. The battle for 2nd, running wheel to wheel off of turn number 4. K.A. on the inside, Dupree on the outside with 2 laps to go. Dupree has the 2nd spot. Dan Brown leads with a 327. Dupree closes in quickly in the middle of the backstretch. White flag about to be unfurled, and Patrick Dupree is in the hunt. He is right off the back bumper, diving down to the inside of the white flag. Dupree tries to get to the inside in 1 and 2. Closed off by the 327. Dupree on the hammer, coming off a 2. Racing to the lead, it's Patrick Dupree. Brown falls back to the 2nd spot. Can he make a move off the final turn? Not gonna happen. 24 of Patrick Dupree gets the victory. 2nd will go to Brown with a 327. 3rd, Chris K.A. 4th, Don Scarborough. 5th, Todd Ormsby. 6th, Jim Ryan. 7th, Greg Atkins. 8th to...
Here come the Bombers off turn 4, ready to take green flag in the qualifier. They pick it up. Sturvag looking 3 wide on the bottom of the racetrack as they head into turn 1. He's unbeaten this year, trying for his 4th in a row. Alan Simmons is your leader as they scramble 3 and almost 4 wide up the backstretch. Chad Hendry has moved the 60 car into the number 2 spot. In 3rd, that's the Travis Sherman 21. Sturvage now 4th. Bill Joyle Sr. 5th in the 58. Kurt LaGrave runs 6th in the 72. Rob Signs is 7th. Dale O'Neill is 8th. Brandon Nolan 9th. And a battle for the 10th spot between the 27 of Martineau and the 14B of Brissett. Up front, your leader continues to be Alan Simmons in the 26 car. Simmons with about a 3-car length advantage over the 6th Street of Chad Hendry. Here's Josh Duravage on the move in that 88 car. He's looked inside the 21. And Duravage goes to 3rd. We've got a car spinning over in turn 2, trying to get it refired. He's out of harm's way. Will stay green. That was the Martineau 27. Yellow flag out as Simmons just got. Field starts to gather back in as we're ready for a restart. Simmons 26, Hendry in the 60, back to the green. Sherman in that 21 car looking at a 3-wide move. He will go 3 wide and he'll take the 3rd spot away as Hendry is back to 5th. Duravage looks to the inside of Simmons. As they come off turn 4, Simmons still your leader, but Duravage is right there with 2 to go. Duravage looks to the inside of the 26 of Simmons, and he's going to take the lead off turn 2 and up the backstretch. Simmons tries to battle back, but to no avail. Duravage your leader. Joyle now looks to the inside of the 26 as they come off the 4th turn and get the white flag. 1 to go. Battle rages on for that number 2 spot. Bill Joyle Sr. on the inside, Alan Simmons on the outside. Joyle now takes 2nd. No doubt about your leader. He has been the dominant force in the Busch Bombers, and he wins another qualifier. Josh Duravage to win it. Bill Joyle Sr. is 2nd. Alan Simmons 3rd. 4th spot to the 21 of Travis Sherman. And 5th.
Ready to take the green flag. 25 laps the distance. Here they come. Green flag is out. Kurt Seymour in the 357 shows the way. Big Daddy Don Franklin rolling through the middle of the pack. He is going to the 2nd spot. Rick Donor in car number 86, 3rd now. Dave Drake trying to get there on the inside. Gets a piece of Donor. Look out. Rick goes around. Rick Donor goes around in car number 86. Spinning going into turn number 3. Moving up from the mini modified class where he had some pretty good success in the mini modified division. One of the better runners there last season. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag back out. Don Franklin with the number 69 looks to the inside. Again, that 357 goes towards a higher line in 1 and 2. Franklin works the inside of the racetrack. This time, Curtis Seymour is going to be able to hold off Franklin. Franklin hot into 3 and 4. You saw him get on the binders heavy. A lot of smoke from that 69 car, but he was able to hang on to his car and stay down to the inside. There's a case where somebody got on the brakes rather than using the car on the outside as the bumper. So the 357 of Seymour shows the way off of turn number 2, but Franklin is right with him now on the inside. Joe Warren's closing quickly in the 13, as is Kevin Booten. The cream is moving towards the top. Robert Gordon is into the top 5 of the H2O as they almost touch coming off at turn number 4. Franklin had the lead of the stripe on the inside. The 357 gets a piece of him over in turn number 2 as the 69 pushed up the track right in front of him. The 69 of Franklin shows the way. The 13 of Joe Warren now on the inside of the 357, trying to take that 2nd spot away. Franklin drifts high into turn number 4. Warren sticks on the inside. He'll go to the 2nd spot. Seymour falls back to 3rd. Running in 4th on the inside, it's Kevin Booten with the 25, but Booten gets a good run going to 2. Booten will go to the 3rd spot. Seymour falls back to 4th now. Robert Gordon sizing him up. Curtis Seymour sliding back. He's in 4th now. Make it 5th as Robert Gordon will pass him on the inside for the 4th spot. Back to that 5th position is the 357. The leader is Don Franklin. He leads by 3 car lengths over Joe Warren. Kevin Booten putting the charge to the outside. Warren pushes up the racetrack. Booten gets on the binders. He'll lose 1 spot. He'll lose 2 spots. He'll lose 3 spots as Booten had to get on the brakes, now running 3 wide for that 4th position. Rob Favreau, winner last week, moving on the inside, and he is to the 4th spot. Booten back to 5th. Kevin Booten was working on the top of the racetrack. A car on the inside, that was Joe Warren, pushed up the track. Booten had to get on the binders and lost several spots, so he'll have to fight his way back. Robert Gordon moving. The H2O looks to the outside of the Freihofer 13. Running in that third spot, Robert Gordon trying to make a bid for second. Out front, it's the Big Daddy, Don Franklin. His lead still 3 to 4 car lengths. And it's Joe Warren in car number 13 running in the second position. Here comes Gordon after him on the outside. Robert Gordon's 1, 2 of 3. Looking to make it 3 for 4 tonight. He's going for that second spot on the outside, and he has second at the line. Third now is Joe Warren. Fourth is Rob Favreau with a 22. Favreau is looking to go back-to-back. Winner last week. He'd like to pick up win number 2 tonight. And he's got that car in position as well to contend for the victory. As they're 3 wide, Favreau and the 13 of Warren get together in turns 3 and 4. That's going to bring out a yellow flag. And we'll slow the pace again in the Renegade feature event. It should be good as the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegades, as they typically do, running side by side for the lead. And here they come again off of turn number 4 to the green flag. Kevin Booten almost giving a push to the Big Daddy Don Franklin into turn number 1. Franklin drifts up the track. Booten drifts up with him. He'll stay in line off of turn number 2. Gordon's on the outside. Booten in the 25. The H2O of Robert Gordon. Those are the top 2 point men. Tied atop the points through 3 events. Out front, it's still Don Franklin with a 69. At the line, it was the 25 of Booten in the second spot. Franklin drifts up over in turn number 2. Can Booten get there on the inside? Gets the nose underneath. Down the backstretch. Franklin has the lead into 3. Booten's there on the inside. Kevin Booten with a 25 will try to hug it down low. The 69 takes it right up against the wall off of turn number 4. He's still in the lead. Shaping up as another great side-by-side battle for the lead. Booten in the 25 closing in again. Almost even in the middle of the backstretch. He draws even. The 69 of Franklin's with him on the outside. Last lap, Franklin got a great push off the top of the track at turn number 4. Here he comes again on the outside. It's going to be the 25 of Booten with the lead this time at the stripe. Kevin Booten shows the way. Don Franklin running in second. The H2O of Robert Gordon trying to take that second spot away. The top 2 point guys, the top 2 point men who are tied atop the points. Booten the 25, Gordon the H2O running first and second. Third now is Franklin with a 69. Up to fourth is Josh Terry with car number 43. Fifth is Curtis Seymour with a 357. And in the 6th position is Lance Raptoy with car number 11. Raptoy trying to get into the top 5. Raptoy started deep in the field, not quite dead last, but it was back in row number 9 for that car number 11, as we are halfway home for Kevin Booten, the defending track champion, looking for his first checkered flag of the season, leading by 2 car lengths. 2-time winner Robert Gordon runs in the second spot. Don Franklin, who finished 3rd last week, is there again. Josh Terry in the 43 running at 4th, and into the top 5, Lance Raptoy. Don Franklin almost getting a piece of the wall that time off of turn number 4. Hanging on to that race car, but he's sliding back to the 43. Fighting the handle with that 69 car is Don Franklin. The 43 of Josh Terry closing in on his back bumper as he tries to get into that show spot. Closing in on that battle for 3rd is the 11 of Lance Raptoy. He'd like to finish the charge and get into the top 3. Kevin Booten is extending the lead out front. It was 3 car lengths. It's now 6 in the middle of the backstretch as the 43 of Josh Terry moves to the inside of the 69 of Don Franklin. Franklin pushed way to the top of turn number 2, and Terry was able to drive underneath. He's in the 3rd position. 4th now is Don Franklin with car number 69. Running in the 5th spot is Lance Raptoy, closing in on the back bumper of Franklin's 69 car. 6th is Curtis Seymour. 7th is Dave Drake. 8th is the 7 of Daniels. That's a fine recovery by the 7 team into the top 10. And Joe Warren is also into the top 10. He's running 9th. And Rick Donor has recovered as well. He's into the 10th position with car number 86. So you've got several drivers that have charged from deep in the field to get to the top 10. Nice job by those drivers. Out front, Kevin Booten. The lead continues to extend. It's up to 7 or 8 car lengths off of turn number 4. Booten driving a smooth line around the track, and he's drawing further and further away from that H2O car. Before you know it, we'll have a good battle for the 3rd position. Don Franklin is still running about a car length off the back bumper of Josh Terry's 43. And he's going to have his hands full with Lance Raptoy's number 11, who's just a car length off of his back bumper. Raptoy is 5th. Very loose off of turn number 4, having to slow down to hang on to that race car. It looked like he was going to be able to join the battle for 4th, but now he is sliding backwards again. The handle going away on car number 11. Lance Raptoy sliding back. The 7 of Joe Daniels trying to pick up a spot. Dave Drake's number 3 on the outside. Daniels will come through. And the 86 of Rick Donor is also closing in on that position, as the 3 seems to be fighting it on the outside of the racetrack. Car has spun on the inside of turn number 4. It's the Sayward 17, and then is going to bring out a...
Does not look good.
Well, based on the radar, number 2, Lance Raptoy in the 11, and Curtis Seymour are in row number 3. Then Joe Warren and Joe Daniels in row 4. Green flag. Field races off into turn number 1. Booten on the inside, Gordon on the outside. Booten pushes up the track into turn number 2. Gordon's hanging right with him. They're side by side into the 3rd turn. Don Franklin trying to close in as well. Here they come off of turn number 4, down to the stripe. It is Gordon on the outside with 5 to go. Robert Gordon had the lead by a foot. Kevin Booten sideways into turn number 2. Gordon gets a good run on the top of the track. He's got the nose back out in front. Another side-by-side, a race for the win and a race for the lead. In the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegade Division, there'll be 4 to go this time. Down to the stripe, it's still Gordon. Robert Gordon's got the lead. Let's see if Booten can hook better in turn number 2. That's where he struggled last time. Gordon again on the top of the track. It's a real good run. Vaulting back to the lead. Into turn number 3. Kevin Booten still works the inside. Robert Gordon on the outside. This time a better drive for Booten on the inside. At the stripe, it's a lead of about 4 feet for Robert Gordon. Kevin Booten trying to get that good run off of turn number 2. I think he's done it this time. Let's see if he can stay right with him, even into turn number 3. Booten even stuck the nose out in front by about a foot. Now Gordon comes back on the outside. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go as they race to the stripe. At the stripe, it's still Gordon by 2 or 3 feet. He's getting a great run off the top of turn number 4. Booten has the nose in front this time. He hasn't been in that position the last 3 laps. Into turn number 3, it's still the 25. Let's see, was that enough of a pickup to allow him to have the lead at the stripe? Down to the stripe, they touch it. Still Gordon with a white flag. Robert Gordon on the outside gives the lead back up. Now Booten has the lead in the middle of the backstretch. This could be a photo finish. Get ready, folks. Into turn number 3. It's Booten on the inside. Gordon on the outside. He's been getting a great run off the top of the track. Here they come. Drag race for the win. On the outside, it's Robert Gordon. Kevin Booten second. The 69 to Don Franklin third. 4th to Josh Terry in the 43. Lance Raptoy 5th in car number 1.
Will be headed down to victory lane and get a chance to visit with Robert Gordon for the 3rd time this season. It's going to be a very quick victory lane ceremony tonight, as we'll do a interview with the winner and get everybody back into the garage area for schedule.
All right, Robert Gordon's out of his car. Win number 3 for Milton, Vermont's Robert Gordon. We were talking during that last yellow flag upstairs, and it reminded me of a race earlier in the year where a late yellow came out and put you on the outside, and that was the line that Kevin was really running fast with, and it was the same thing again tonight. You were able to win it, especially off of turn number 4. That's where you were getting the run.
I'm really starting to like late race cautions. And hey, yeah, I haven't done this yet. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Premier Paving, Advanced Energy Solution, Mark's Auto, H2O Well Drilling, and my crew. Julie, Tim, Ray, Scott, Randy, Nancy, thank you.
So, Robert, it looked like Kevin had a pretty good advantage there, about 6 car lengths when the yellow flag comes out. When you have the restart, are you thinking, okay, I'm right in it again because you were on the outside and he was stuck on the inside?
Most definitely. I thought I was right in it. And when he passed Big Daddy, he got under him and or over him, and I had to go the opposite way, and it didn't work out. But it worked out in the long run, so we're good.
Over in turn number 2, he'd start to pull away. Over in turn number 4 is where you were carrying the mail.
Yeah, it's really hard on the bottom of the track to throttle up easy. You pull it around and you lose. So the outside definitely is the way to go if you can get there. You can't only race where you got to race. So
another great race by you guys. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Robert Gordon, everybody. He gets
the
win
24, the 34, the 90, all coming from deep in the field. This This should be good. Here they come. Green flag. Green flag flies on the 30-lap feature tonight for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds. Vernold making a 3-wide move on the inside as they're racing hot and heavy inside the top 10. Mike Wells has the lead in the 76. Working on the inside is the 25 of Max Vienne. The 1 of Berthiaume right there as well. Berthiaume looked outside, got on the binders, now drives down to the inside of Max Vienne, takes the lead in turn number 3. The 1 of Berthiaume gets a piece of the left rear of the 76. Both hang on to their race cars. Super fast off of turn number 4 as they're sliding, fighting the handle, trying to find their way around this racetrack. A gaggle of cars working in the middle of the pack, running wheel to wheel, 2, even 3 wide. Look at Andy Haywood's number 80, way up on the top of turn number 3. He's back around the 20th position. Out front, it is the 25 of Max Vienne. The 76 of Mike Wells drifts up the track at turn number 2, opening up room for Pierre Berthiaume at a 1. Berthiaume trying to take that second spot as the 76 holds him off for now as he was able to get back down to the inside. Berthiaume runs 3rd. Dan Brown runs in the 4th spot. Running in 5th is Jason Durgan. 6th is Leon Gagnon in the 4. Todd Orsby runs 7th, and it's Chris Vernold in 8th. Running in 9th, it's Pat McGrail in the top 10, rounded out right now by the 60 of Jimmy Ryan. But just outside the top 10 is the 24 of Patrick Dupree, and the pistol is starting to roll on the outside. Dupree trying to find room around the 60 to get to the top 10. The 11 of Scarborough makes contact with the 28. There goes Trim around. He's knocked into by Mike Rio. Everybody goes trying to find their way around the 28 Trim, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Dupree, Foley, and Martin Roy. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag. Racing into turn number 1, a lot of wheel-to-wheel action around the racetrack. Pierre Berthiaume's going to 2nd. Dan Brown's going with him. 3 wide running just outside the top 10. Patrick Dupree, Pat McGrail, George Foley. Keep an eye on them. There goes Durgan. Durgan sliding through the infield. Todd Orsby in the 0. Durgan comes to a halt in the infield. Let's see if he's off the racing surface enough. I believe they may leave him in there as he is off the racing surface. No, it's going to bring out a yellow flag. Yellow flag back out. That on the hammer as they head to the 4th turn, down the front stretch. Green flag. Berthiaume got a little loose in turn number 4, coming to take the green, but he is on it over in turn number 2, trying to take the lead away from Max Vienne as they run wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Vienne's on the inside. On the outside, it is the 1 Quebec of Pierre Berthiaume. Again, right to the top of the racetrack. Down to the stripe, it's going to be Vienne. Vienne had the lead by a couple of feet. Berthiaume hangs with him on the outside as they continue to run wheel to wheel around the Big A. Vienne, the 25, the racing banker out of Saint-Césaire, Quebec, and Berthiaume in the 1, still hanging right with him at the stripe. It was Berthiaume that time. Pierre Berthiaume turning the fastest lap of the race at 16.5 seconds. Berthiaume trying to put down that 25 car and push him back to the 2nd spot. They'll run up on the slower machine of Jason Bruno. Let's see if that impedes the progress of Vienne. It will. Berthiaume is your leader. He leads by 2 car lengths. 2nd is Max Vienne. Running in the 3rd spot is Dan Brown. The 66 really boxing it up. There goes Mike Wells around the 76 car. Mike Wells spins over in turn number 2 as the 66 really impeded the progress of cars in the top 10. Here they come. Off of turn number 4. Green flag. As the shower picks up a little bit, hopefully they'll keep the heat in the racetrack, and we'll get at least to the halfway point of this one as Berthiaume in the number 1 shows the way. They'll put lap number 10 up on the scoreboard. A lap time of 16.589 seconds for Berthiaume, who is pulling away from Max Vienne. Vienne runs in a 2nd spot. 3rd is Brown. 4th is Gagnon. 5th is Foley. McGrail drifts up the track with a 10 car. That's going to allow the 24 and the 90 to move to the inside and pick up a position. Pat McGrail will work on the outside of the racetrack now, but he's lost a couple of spots. Out front, Pierre Berthiaume with the number 1, pulling away from Max Vienne. The lead is half the front stretch. Vienne in 2nd. 3rd is the 327 of Brown. Foley going after the 4th spot. Works on the outside of Leon Gagnon. Gagnon in the 4. Foley in the 34 around the outside and putting on a charge. George Foley in the number 34 flying around the outside of the racetrack. Foley sizing up Dan Brown next. Foley looks like he might have a car that certainly could contend with the 1, but right now he's got a full front stretch gap between himself and the race leader. Foley using up every inch of the racetrack, taking it right to the top of turn number 2 as he tries to get around the 327 of Dan Brown as they're halfway for Pierre Berthiaume. Halfway home in this one. Berthiaume in the 1, tiptoes through 2. Max Vienne still running in the 2nd spot. George Foley, who is on the move, running in 3rd. 4th is now Dan Brown. 5th is Leon Gagnon. 6th is Chris Vernold. 7th is Patrick Dupree. 8th is Martin Adouin. Running in the 9th spot is Pat McGrail. Running in 10th, it's still Jim Ryan with car number 60. As the cars still seem to be handling pretty darn well around the racetrack. Martin Adouin and Patrick Dupree have a real good battle going on as George Foley looks to the outside of the 25. Here comes Foley, taking it right up by the wall. He's going to make a move for that 2nd spot. Off the pace is Dan Brown. The Sutton Quebec driver in the 327. Slow, look out, Andy Haywood gets a piece of him. Haywood goes sliding over the right front of Dan Brown's number 327, gets a big piece of the wall along the front stretch. Adam Bartamy collects one of the tires. Remain. We're past the halfway point. And the rain is, oh, yellow flag, yellow flag. Yellow flag back out with the rain picking up in intensity.
So as you mentioned, Rob, this being an official...
Cars in the top 3. Foley puts a little gap between himself and the 25. Going to try to anticipate the start. Charge towards the front. Green flag. Berthiaume in the 1, tiptoes through 2, seems to be able to get through okay. Oh, the 24 sliding on the top of 2. Here comes Martin Adouin underneath. Maybe the thumb's not up right now. There's a car spinning at the back of the pack. It's the number 66, yellow flag.
Well, unfortunately,